Well, there are 63 days until the November 3rd election, and you may already see misinformation floating around social media about different ways to vote and who will be at the polls. Our Peyton Weidman spoke with the Smith County Elections Administrator about what to expect for this upcoming election.
By now, many of us have seen misleading claims or false information as the November election draws near. So let's dispel any questions you might have about voting by first looking at the important dates.
The last day to register to vote or change your name or address is October the 5th.
Early voting will take place for 3 weeks this time to provide people with more opportunities because of the pandemic.
So early voting begins October the 13th and runs through October 30th, and we have weekend hours available and a lot of 7 to 7 days available.
Karen Nelson, the Smith County Elections Administrator, says the county has 7 different polling locations where you can cast your ballot during early voting.
And then on election day, we'll have 35 locations. If you'll go to the smith-county.com, you can get a full list of the times and the dates.
And as for rumors spreading around social media that armed militias might be outside polling locations, Nelson says she hasn't heard anything locally.
The state hasn't said anything about allowing for extra security or anything like that at the polling locations.
The Tyler Police Department says at this time they don't have plans on posting anyone at the polls, but officers will be aware of those locations to respond if necessary.
We're always going to have extra workers on hand to kind of monitor our lines.
There's also multiple ways to vote besides just in person. Smith County also offers curbside voting for anyone not physically able to go inside.
We have a sign out, it has a telephone number, they call us, and then we can send an election worker out.
People 65 and older can mail in their ballots. So far, more than 6,000 people have already registered for that option.
They can call our office and we can mail them an application. So once we have the application on file, then the ballots become available at the end of September.
Lastly, you can file an absentee ballot, which Nelson says is open to anyone.
An absentee ballot voting in Texas is early voting.
For this one, you'll have to fill out an application as well, and it's encouraged to return it as early as possible to the local election office. But the official deadline is October 23rd. We've got you covered, East Texas. Peyton Weidman, CBS 19.
Nelson also says there's been confusion about applications for mail-in ballots as political parties mail them out. She says as long as you have one application on file, you'll receive your ballot.